This is Morganiki. Today we are going to be playing Fingered. Fingered is a fun little Steam game. Costs about something stupid like £1.50. It's made by the frankly amazing game designer and developer Edmund McMillen. So we have to find the guilty man based on the descriptions given to us by the witness. So, chunky, rich. So, if he's rich, he obviously doesn't have a hobo bag or anything. Dark, so dark-skinned. Presumably, it's going to be you, because you are dark and you are rich. And then you put him in the electric chair and you kill them. Yeah. Played entirely with the mouse, as you can see. This hand can do whatever. Nearsighted Nan. She's cute. If you didn't already know Edmund McMillen, he made Super Meat Boy. He made The Binding of Isaac. Right, so it's not them. That guy there is one of the developers. There's loads of secret characters in it as well, like from his other games. He made a game called Gish. They're working on a game at the minute called Legend of Bumbo. I'm really looking forward to that one. Looked like me, so he must be old. It's going to be him, he's the only one who's old. I think he looked tiny. If they say think, they might be wrong. Definitely didn't look... Yeah, it's definitely him.
Disgusting.
Apparently this game has 21 levels, and to this day I have never, ever finished it. He is racist. Haha, that's Gigi Allen! Gigi Allen! The punk guy! He definitely didn't look like a white person. Well, it's not Gigi. He can go home. Well, you're literally the only one who is not white. Oh, he's like a burgundy colour. So you don't like black people, but you don't like red people either.
Oh, we're fingering you, but beautiful.
So yeah, for how much this game actually is, I'd say it's definitely worth it. He didn't look dark, so it's none of the black guys then, is it? Does that include people who are blue or red? Didn't look like he owned his house, so he's poor. He's tall, and he's not fat. Gotta be you then.
Get in the chair. Finger.
If you're familiar with Edmund McMillen's art style, it'll just be jumping out at you right now. It's just him all over. You can tell if he's drawn something. He has a very unique style. He didn't look pale, so it's not the black guy then. Oh, you think he didn't, so you're wrong then. So it is the black guy.
You're done.
Because he's a bit strange, because he's got like a Dracula cape on.
Finger.
Which apparently makes you strange in the eyes of the law of this game. It's absolutely roasting today. It's like 26 degrees. He did not look like my kind of guy. See, he likes weirdos. He likes the ones who have the Dracula capes and the big fangs. He looked old. So which one looks old then? None of them do really. Well, he does, I guess. But he's not really weird looking.
Oh, we're fingering you, buddy.
Strange. Very strange. He describes people in the opposite. He's an absolute twat, him. Everything he says is lies. So you have to reverse what he says. Positive, he looked messy, so he looks neat. So don't pay any attention to him. He tells lies. Thin, so he'll be fat, obviously. Cute, so he'll be ugly. And poor, so he'll be rich.
Clearly, he did it. Finger.
I don't like the ones that are on a timer. And I need time to think. He's like the sound developer or something. Skinny. Didn't look sporty, so he's not a jock. Didn't look wimpy. Skinny. Not sporty and tall.
Get him in the chair. Sorry, folks.
Whoops. You're allowed to make one mistake, make a second mistake, and you get game over. No. Broken Bell is so funny. So she means bald. He's got hair like Kokichi from Tekken. Didn't he? Jesus. He looked like Kokichi. Oh, he looked like someone with a Kokichi wig on. Yo, yo. So attractive then. Grandpa. Old.
Clearly, he did it.
He doesn't look particularly old, but he has a white mustache, so... People have made like massive comprehensive guides on Steam about what all the different clues mean. Even so, the game's still rock hard. He didn't look poor. So it's not him. And it's not him. And it's not these with the bimbles. I hope. Otherwise, I'm getting rid of potentially the right answer. He didn't look young. Yeah, I'm focusing on the old one. Yeah. Didn't look tough. To be honest, none of them look tough.
Get him
so
in the chair.
Weak. Yeah, you may have noticed that they're all men. There is never a woman. There are cross-dressers and very feminine men and potentially transgender men, but none of them are women.
Get him in the chair.
Even though his name is Andy, it still says finger him. This game is sexist. Did they never send women to the electric chair? I must look that up. I know they didn't in the Green Mile. Love that book. They had one female prisoner, but they didn't end up killing her. She got released. This guy's like, what's he called? Pigpen. He's like Pigpen from Peanuts. He has dust everywhere, so you can't read and you can't see anything. You've got to really squint and try and look through. You can't get away with saying someone looked queer. Unless you are a time traveller from like the 1700s and you're saying he didn't look strange. That's how I use the word queer. If something's really bizarre, I will openly say that's queer. Occasionally you get really dodgy looks off people. But that is not what I mean. I'm using it in the word it was originally meant to say. It looks weird. I'm claiming back ownership of that word. bit confused about this one.
Get him in the chair.
Didn't look hip. Does he mean like a hipster or a hippie?
Sexy.
Got it right anyway. Sometimes there's hipsters with the big glasses, or sometimes there's hippies with flowers and that, so I don't know what he meant by hip. You're positive he looked gay. Gay, then I assume you're trying to say it there. Again, how do you look gay? I was gonna say you only really look gay if you've got a cock in your mouth, but even then, that doesn't necessarily mean you're gay. Did not look kind of dumb. Positive he looked like a punk. Did not look like a Drew. What? A Drew. Drunk? Druid? What the hell are you trying to say, woman? I'm gonna judge it on the fact she said he looked like a punk. And I'm gonna say him.
Get him in the chair. Finger.
Did. IPSE. Oh, he's on a timer. I don't like timers. Again, hip. Do you mean hippie or hipster? Sometimes there's that many features on a person, there's just too much to focus on, there's too much to take in.
We're fingering you, but sexy.
Nah, this guy, he speaks pig Latin. You're positive he looked like an off-gay, so goth. He looked eared way, weird. Eat nae, he looked neat. And old day, old, I guess. Because pig Latin doesn't really work if the word begins with an vowel, so you can't really do it. God, he's weird, he's all like sideways. None of them look particularly like a goth.
We're fingering you, but yes.
I've never gotten this far before. He looked skinny. None of these are particularly skinny, are they? He looked like he was in a band. So punk. He looked like he had money and he looked nerdy. Well, he's got a monocle. Is monocle nerdy?
Get him in the chair. Finger.
Apparently so. Like a yuppie. What is a yuppie? I don't even know what a yuppie is. Kind of like a girl, so feminine then, so wearing flowers, pink. What's a yuppie? I don't know what a yuppie is. You look neat, you look like a grandpa, he's feminine, and he's apparently a yuppie, but I don't know what a yuppie actually is. So that could mean literally anything. And the lights have gone off. Well, they'll come back on now. They've gone off again.
We're fingering you.
I don't think this is right.
Heinous.
No, it's not. So apparently he looks like a yuppie, whatever a yuppie is. That was fingered, and that is the furthest I've ever got. One day I will finish it.